Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. CJ here. If you're passing by for the first time, please consider subscribing. My name is CJ. I do beauty and lifestyle content in this channel. If you're new here, hi and you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being part of the group and just supporting me and just being an amazing viewer and supporting my content. So in this video today, I'm going to talk about what are the reasons why I decided to be a stay-at-home mom. Actually, I'm gonna rephrase that. So in today's video, we're gonna tackle the elephant in the room, which is the stay-at-home mom depression. The depression is real, it's there, and all these things that go around being a stay-at-home mom. Like, I want to demystify a lot of things that people think about stay-at-home women or stay-at-home moms that are not true. So let's just demystify that myth. And the first thing I want to say is that stay-at-home mom depression is real. It is there. The depression is real and it is there. Nobody talks about it. And how, like, people don't get why you're a stay-at-home mom and you're complaining. Like, why are you complaining and all you do is just stay at home the whole day? They have no idea. So that is why I want to talk about that. Let's talk about that. Because people really have ideas and opinions about stay-at-home moms that they don't understand. I always tell people that don't talk about something that you don't know the story behind. So that is why I want to create this video today. So if you're interested in that, please stick around until the end. So number one, why are you even a stay-at-home mom in the first place? Why am I a stay-at-home mom in the first place? There's so many reasons why people are stay-at-home moms. So many reasons. It could be house helps. You have had mean nannies. Yeah, my first time when I became, there was a time I was a stay-at-home mom when my baby girl was I think 1 year. So I became a stay-at-home mom for a few months. Then I went back to work and we interchanged between me and my husband. So basically she has been raised by the dad. So we used to have house helps, and I have had that story before where the house help wanted to beat me up and stuff like that. We ended up cutting off house helps and like, we're not gonna raise them with house help. So that could be another reason. There are people who have decided to stay at home because nannies did crazy things to their kids, or nannies did just crazy things. Of course, we are grateful to staying at home, because people will say that, why are you complaining that you're tired? Because we do get tired, we do get stressed out, we do get depressed. But somebody will be like, why are you complaining? All you do is stay at home the whole day. And let me tell you, yeah, we appreciate the fact we do stay at home, and we appreciate the fact that we are able to stay at home. But there's just so much to staying at home that it's just sitting around. You know, we don't just sit around, okay? Because we're so grateful to raising our kids. Like, personally, I'm so grateful that I've been able to raise my own child, because he has had some situations where I feel like if I wasn't there, it would have gone south. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity. But no one talks about the isolation that it brings. When you are a stay-at-home mom, you're always alone 24/7. Everybody has gone to work. If you live in a flat, like, all the people have gone to work, so you are alone in that house. No one talks about the loss of identity, where you feel like, what's happening? Who am I? Who is this person? What do I want to do? Which I have another video that I've talked about the effect that it has had on me as a person. And one of the things I've talked about in that video is that I have found myself and finding my identity, which is a positive, okay? But no one talks about the negative, which is losing yourself and losing your identity. I'm looking down so that I have my notes so I don't forget. No one talks about the loneliness. There is so much loneliness when it comes to being a stay-at-home mom. You don't talk about how you have to give up your career. Wow, that is another thing, because other people have to literally just cut off their jobs and their careers and just, I was a makeup artist before I became a stay-at-home mom. I'm literally not making any money from my makeup artistry, because at some point I couldn't go out because I can't leave the kid with anybody. I couldn't find anybody to leave the kid with. I can't take them to a daycare because they had their own issues also, because I also have to consider how my babies are, their sensitivity and all that. So I literally have to cut off my career. Nobody thinks about, why are you being a stay-at-home mom? Some people, it's because maybe their kids have chronic illnesses. They have to stay with them. They have to be their caregivers. You know, you cannot just leave them with anybody else. You have to be with them. Sometimes you going to work is much more expensive than you staying at home. So maybe staying at home is much more cheaper than you continuing your career, because it can be expensive for you to continue with your career and leave your child with the house help, and then they end up doing a lot of things. Nowadays there's sexual assault of all sorts with house helps and nannies. There is accidents that, you know, not even I personally cannot prevent accidents, but I can you know, very well prevent a lot of things that somebody whom my baby is not their children, they cannot think about. No one talks about these things, okay? There are moments where you cry in the shower. No one will talk about that. Like, we do get depressed, we cry in the shower. We have our days where it's just overwhelming, and then nobody understands why you're so tired. You're so tired because you're running around to get that kid. You come back here, don't touch this. I can give you an example. My baby was never the kind of person who can be carried by anybody and anyone. It was just me and me and me alone. So I have to carry him while I'm cooking, I have to carry him while I'm washing, I have to carry him. It was so, by the end of the day, I am so tired, and he was not sleeping. I have a headache. I have not slept for days. I miss my sleep, you know. And when I tell somebody I'm so tired, I can't even go out with you, they're like, why are you so tired? You don't go to work, you're just staying at home. But I just want them to understand that staying at home is much more harder than going to work. Let me tell you, that's the truth. You can go and argue with anybody else, but don't come here arguing with me. Staying at home is much more hard than you just going to work. It's hard. What staying at home does to you, become so irritable because you don't have an outlet of emotions. You don't have anyone to talk to. You just have your toddler. You can't tell them a thing. Everybody else has left, so you're so irritable. People don't understand why they will ask you such a small question, and you out here bursting into like all this kind of emotions. It is all that. It is depressing. You get me? It is so depressing. I just want people to understand that they need to approach it with some kind of kindness. When you feel like I'm a mom and you ask me something and I burst out into a way answering the question that is not so interesting, or I've burst out to answer that question in a way that doesn't correspond to you nicely, please try and understand my emotions. Come give me a hug. Ask me how you can help me out, not judge me. The thing that people don't usually understand in a stay-at-home mom is they don't understand why they would come to your place and find your house a wreck all the time, like your house is a mess all the time. One thing I have come to appreciate with this journey of staying at home is I've come to appreciate nannies and house helps. If you have a nanny and a house help, please extend an arm of grace towards them, because they are kids. You cannot work and handle at the same time. So you come at home from work and you have a nanny, and you don't understand why the house and the clothes are not clean, and you don't understand why the house is so messy, and you start shouting at them, you start making all this kind of, you know, accusations and stuff like that. You don't know what this person has been through the whole day. Probably that day that kid could not be put down. Probably that day that kid was not feeling well throughout the day. They need to be carried all the time. They're clinging, they're crying and all that. They couldn't do anything else, and you just don't ask. You just come in and you start rambling and making noise, and you know, it's just not fair. So I've come to a point where I need to appreciate these people. If I would have a house up right now and get home and find that they have not done half of the house chores and they have handled my baby well, I would appreciate it. I would help them. I would be like, let me have the baby now, you can do the things, or let me do the things, but let me just have the baby, you can do the other things, because it will lessen the burden. Let me tell you, it will lessen the burden. So if you're a working mom, if you're thinking about becoming one, these are all the things that are going to happen to you. These are all the things that will happen unless you have help, which is good. Okay, for someone like me, I could not have help because my husband is the only sole breadwinner at the moment, so I didn't see the need of adding another burden onto him, because looking at our finances, somebody will say that, oh, you're hurting yourself. And looking at the finances and the way the economy is right now, I can break down, yeah, but I can still take care of us. So why add another burden on top of which we already have? Okay, so I didn't see the need of hiring a help. But if you can hire one, please do that. You can take care of your kids while they take care of other things in the house. Do not kill yourself if you can handle it. If you can handle it, rather just get someone to help you, if you can afford to get someone to help you. You know that people think that when you stay at home, you have all the time in the world and like you're just lazing around. Trust me, you didn't need a break. You do need a break. There are times I feel like I just want to leave these kids here, leave my family, leave my husband, and just go, because it's overwhelming. staying at home is overwhelming, and taking care of people constantly, doing it like a routine, as much as like going to your job. When you're going to work, it's like a hate-love relationship, but yeah, when you're staying at home, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different, I don't know. With your job, you can be like, but staying at home, you can't avoid it. Like, people are just all over you, all over your place. There is so much touching. The baby's always touching you, hugging you, and all that. So it becomes overwhelming. So the kind of person who always tells stay-at-home moms that you wish you were them and you wouldn't complain about your situation that much, because we do complain. We do complain to people about how we are feeling. And when you complain, some people, they'll be like, why are you complaining? And all you do is just stay at home, and they don't get it. Please don't tell them that again, ever, because we need to complain. We want to get out. We want to talk to people. We want to see people. We want to stop feeling like our life is stuck and it's not moving. We want to go out, right? We want to have a party. We want to do all these things. You get me? So don't do that. Next time you see a stay-at-home mom venting her frustrations out, just listen and make her feel she's somebody, okay? That her struggles are not invalid. You know, just make them feel like that. Just because she doesn't have a real job. That in quotes, because there was a bill that will pass that staying at home moms should be paid. I'm really waiting for my salary, baby. If you're hearing this, I'm waiting for you to pay me, because it is a real job. Because people say it's not a real job, in quotes, it is a real job. It is a job. The other thing that is annoying when you're staying at home mom, which is a hard-working job, is thinking about what people are gonna eat for dinner. Oh God, if you're in this place and you feel like that is the hardest thing for you to do, thinking every day what people are gonna eat every day is crazy. That is also another thing that I really don't appreciate. So if you are that kind of person who judges to your home moms and you think that they have the time all the time, they get depressed, they get angry, they get tired. So please just extend an arm of grace to them, and you're really going to see that it is hard work. And if you are planning one day to be a stay-at-home mom, please do it if you can. It is a good thing, because you get to take care of your children, you get to listen, you get to know your children better, you get to raise them the way you want them to be raised. They're not raised with other people. You're the person that raises your kids. They get to have your personalities. They don't get to have big personalities from different people here and there. They get to learn who their mother is. They get to have a friend. They get to have, you know, all these things that they wish you as a person wish you would have, that you didn't have, that your kids can give you. So please extend an arm of grace to every stay-at-home mom you see around, and do not judge them. Do not judge us for staying at home. Why do you always judge us though? Like, it's like we are doing something wrong. We're not doing something wrong. Stop judging stay-at-home moms. They are doing job, they are doing work, and they're doing a lot of work actually. So put a pat on their back and be like, you're doing great, you are a great mom. So to every stay-at-home mom out there, just know that you're doing a great job. You are valued, you are loved, you are valued, and it's not gonna be for the longest time. It's just a season. It's gonna end. Mine is about to end, and I'm so glad. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope I've not been rambling. I hope I've said something that actually helps, so that a stay-at-home mom can feel good. You are doing a great job. You are doing a work. Actually, it's a job. It's a 24-hour job, contrary to 9 to 5. This is a 24-hour job, because all night, all day, it is you. So keep up and keep strong. So I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. I hope you like this content. Please, if you do that, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.